What's going on, everybody? My name is Trey Hope, as always. Welcome to a new episode of Flutter Packages, where I will be discussing different packages on pub.dev for you to use for your Flutter apps. Now, since this is the first episode, I'll go ahead and explain what a package is. It is pretty much a way for you to prevent yourself from reinventing the wheel when creating new widgets for your apps. So let's say you need a confetti package, or you need some confetti for your app, so to speak. There's a package out there already. That way you don't have to try to reinvent the wheel yourself and try to worry about the UI and making it from scratch, essentially. So the first one we'll be demonstrating today is the dough package, which allows you to create like a doughy effect on widgets that you use in your app. So the first thing we want to do is head over to pub.dev and download this package. So I already have it pulled up right here, dough.0 or 0.36. This is the version that it's on. And then we'll go ahead and just copy this dependency right here. And then we will bring it to our pubspec.yaml. As you see, I already have it in here. And then just click save. And now Flutter is going to go ahead and fetch that package for us to use in our app. All right. So once we have it, we now import it like this at the top. And now we're ready to work with it. So there's already a couple widgets that I mapped out right here. We're going to have a few different square containers to use as demonstration. So as you can see here, we have this red square, just a simple red square with rounded corners. And it says red square and the color is red, of course. And then we also have a green square that we're going to be using later on in the video as well. Now there's also these dough recipes, and this is the actual dough Flutter package used in the app. So as you can see here, it takes in a few different properties. This dough recipe data, this just contains information like adhesion, which is how thick the widget will be when we're snapping it away, the viscosity, which is how sticky it is, and then there's some draggable preferences here that determine how far away the widget needs to be before it actually snaps back. There's also this drag target, and this is where we will specify dropping a widget into another one, sort of like the drag and drop feature that you might need for an app. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump into it and explain that a little bit later. So as you can see here, we already have a demo project up, just a simple app bar with the title dough 0.36 and then a container for the body. All right, so we'll go ahead and modify this to use our first widget. So we'll go ahead and make a center and a column. And we'll give it some children. Let's see here. The first widget we'll be using for the Flutter package is PressableDough. All right, and then we'll just pass in that red square. All right, let's see what that looks like. We'll hit save, and as you can see here, the red square is at the top, but I like my widgets to be in the center when I'm working with them for demonstrations. So we'll go back here, and we'll give it the column. We'll give a main axis alignment of center. Oops. There we go. All right, so now it's in the center. So let's see what happens when we touch this. As you can see here, it's kind of had that squishy effect, kind of like dough, so to speak. And this is just one of the simple parts of it. This isn't really too much. You can't really do much with it, but it kind of has that wiggly effect, which is pretty cool to look at. So let's go ahead and modify this even more to start using some of those draggable features that I was talking about earlier. So instead of a center, we'll use a stack. We'll give it children. And this is where we'll give it a position widget, which will be our draggable dough. All right, we'll pass that in. And then we want to have it in the top right corner. So we'll just say top 50, which means 50 pixels from the top, and then 50 pixels from the right. All right, hit save. All right, now our red square is in the top right corner. And we want to do the same thing for the other widget, the target. And we'll go up here, my drag target. We'll put that right there. This time we want this one to be in the bottom left. So we'll say bottom 50 and left 50. All right, so now we have our two containers. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we mess with this red square up here. Now remember, this is the draggable dough. Okay, whoops. This is the draggable dough widget, which has the red square and green square. So when I pull on it, I activate that green square, right? And it has that squishy effect. Now, if I pull away from it more than 80 pixels as specified as the break distance, in the console, it says the dough is broken, as you can see down here, right? So we pull it away. Now we have that squishy effect. And now we have separated this widget from the red square. And now we can drop it down here. Now you see how it lights up when it gets within its vicinity? That's because we specified right here that if the candidate data's length is greater than 0, that means it will turn light green. Otherwise, it will be gray. All right. So this is pretty much how this widget works. You pull it away, just drop it right in the bucket like that. So it's a pretty simple package out of the box. I haven't found a purpose for it just yet, but to be honest, it looks very cool, and I can see myself using it in the future for something. So it's definitely one of those cool Flutter packages to start out with, and I would highly suggest you play around with it until you can kind of find what you might need it for. But that's essentially what this package does. Dough 0.36, 0.3.6, available on pub.dev. Check it out now. If this video was helpful, please let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Let me know any feedback, any other packages that you might want to see me demonstrate in the future. Let me know as well. Until then, have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time.